Hello all of you awesome people out there, and welcome back to another super awesome mega wicked cool video done by myself, Disowned Hero. And today you and me are going to be going on a little mining expedition. I have one of each mining barge. We're going to be taking them out and we're going to find out exactly which one gets the most ore and in turn ISK per hour. Now I know what you're thinking, this all sounds rather familiar, and you'd be right because I have done this video once before, except for you guys riddled the comments with huge flaws in my test. Essentially I kind of fitted each ship to its role, and an easy way to explain this is to say, like, the Cove Attack, for example, is kind of bonus towards having a decent tank on it, so I lent the fit towards having a decent tank, which meant I compromised on its actual mining potential. So this time everything's out the window. I have just put as many mining lasers and mining upgrades on as I can and just put everything else to one side. So this time we will find out exactly which ship can mine the most. Now when it comes to skills as well, I am pretty trained up. I have most mining skills to 4 if not 5, including drone skills, all the drone navigation, all that kind of stuff, all at 5. And the only thing really holding me back is the core skills, so ship maneuverability, CPU power grid skills. You know, they're a little bit lacking, but other than that my actual mining skills should be pretty good. So yeah, we're going to start off this test in San Manuni. Now I'm not going for max amount of ISK per hour in this video, which might sound weird, but instead what I'm going to be doing is getting the most amount of ore, and that will directly correlate to how much ISK you'll earn. I'll be mining the same ore in each ship, so there's going to be no discrepancies, and we'll just see which one can actually get the most ore in an hour. Okay, so to get things started, I'm going to go with the ship I think is going to be the most difficult to mine in under these conditions, and it is the Retriever. So like I said, I have maxed every ship out for huge mining potential and just foregone everything else. So let's have a quick run around the fit and see what's going on. In the highs, we have 2 strip miner 1s. Yes, I can use strip miner 2s and the ammunition, like the crystals, but since my skills aren't too good on the crystal side, I don't really mine much more than the strip miner 1s. So it will be fair, they'll all use these ones here, and this one has 2 of them. We also have a survey scanner 2, so we don't waste any time mining rocks that have nothing in them. And we have 3 mining laser upgrade 2s as well. For the rigs, I've had to go with 2 processor overclocking units just to keep my CPU in line, and we have a mining drone augmenter as well. And this is where the trouble is going to start for this ship, since it only has a 25 meter drone cargo bay hold. That's the one. I can only fit 5 mining drones and no like combat drones at all. So if any rats come in, then my only option really is to stay until my tank starts failing and then warp off to a different mining belt, and that's going to waste a little bit of time, but unfortunately that's going to be the drawback with this ship. All the other ships can actually have some combat drones as well, so they should be okay, but this one unfortunately does not. So let's take this bad boy out and see what we can do with it. Alright guys, so we are in the second asteroid belt. Nothing happened in the first one, I just got there and it was NPC, so I had to come straight to this one. And the ore I'm going to be mining is Veldspar, mainly because there is plenty of it around, so I won't run out during the 3 hours I'll be mining, so I don't really want to drag this video on for like 2 or 3 days. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is I'm basically just going to start mining away. I will start bookmarking things and warping to them if they're too far away, rather than slowboating everywhere. I'll be spending all of my time staring at the screen, making sure I get the most amount of ore possible. And like I said, I know Veldspar is not worth the most, but they all have the same kind of M3 value. So the one that mines the most will essentially make you the most money, regardless of what it is you're actually mining. Well, providing all mining the same ore, that is. Yeah, so what I'm going to do now is I'm simply going to get my mining drones out. I'm going to lock this bad boy up. And I'm going to clock the time at, look at that, is that exactly, I can't see. Yeah, it's exactly at 1540. There we go. So at 1640, we'll be back to see exactly how much we've managed to mine. In fact, before we disappear, let's just go over this ship a little bit. The Retriever has the biggest cargo hold out of all the ships, so it can be, you know, fairly safe to AFK mining this if you're going to high code space, as in like 1 or 0.9 systems where they don't have NPCs, and yeah, you can leave this thing for probably about half an hour before you actually have to come back and well, dock it up and stuff. What else to say on this one? This one we do sometimes use as a kind of hauling ship. So you could have one of these running backwards and forwards, picking up everyone's jet cannon stuff. It's not massive like an Orca, so it doesn't take that long to walk backwards and forwards. It's a fairly nice ship. I've only lost one of these once before to a gank in Losac. Not the best tank on them in the world, but well, it is what it is. It's just a giant ore hold with 2 mining lasers and mining drones. So yeah, not really much else to say on that one. Nice ship. It's the biggest looking of all the 3. It is like physically the biggest, like longest. Yeah, I'm going to stop jibber jabbering now. We'll be back in an hour once we've mined some ore. Alright, I know I've just said goodbye to you guys, but I'm just going to show you quickly what I'm doing. I've ran my survey scanner to see exactly how much ore is inside everything. This is the one we currently have locked, and it's only at 1,000 meters away from me. And I'm just going to pick another one within 15. Let's go for this one here. Within 15, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my mining lasers onto that. So basically this ore, like asteroid I am next to, will last just a little bit longer with the drones. And since drones don't need to travel 13 kilometers away and back to me, it'll save time on their travel time, again meaning more ore for me. So yeah, just so you know, I do kind of have my wits about me. I am doing my absolute best here to get as much ore as possible, and yeah, hopefully this will be a fairly good test and you guys won't go nuts at me this time. Alright guys, so we are back. It's been near enough an hour. I've got a minute or 2 left, and to be honest, this ship has not done too bad. I thought the rat would be a real problem, and to be honest, I mean, I've got 2 in this belt and there was 2 in the last belt before I had to dock up and drop stuff off and go back out again, and I am able to tank them for probably about 20 minutes now. And yes, they are slowly wearing my shield down, but they are not a problem whatsoever. I am in Garista space, so their E-War is ECM, so that breaks all target locks and everything, and I managed to run into one of them, which forced me to have to jump to another belt. But other than that, I've not actually been pushed out of a belt yet. They're more of an annoyance than anything. So we've got 1 minute left now, and it's took me about half an hour to fill this thing up, getting close to in half an hour now. Probably a little bit of wasted time here and there, but nothing major. Honestly, I think I might maybe 1 or 2 cycles occasionally when I've not really been paying too much attention, trying to get cool screen grabs and that for you guys well, rather than showing all the mining, get the few clips in there. That's the word I'm looking for, clips. But yeah, I have been non-stop mining, max potential. I've kind of not been paying attention now because I know it's near enough over. And there we go. That is the full 1 hour. So it's now 16:40. We started at 15:40. So let's call everything back. Let's get ourselves docked up. So yeah, this ship actually, I like it. Okay, you don't waste that much time warping backwards and forwards to stations. Yes, it's a little bit slow, and it has, I would say, no tank. I mean, I've put no mods on this for any sort of shield or anything. I have 0 resist to EM, very low to thermal. These are hitting me with, I think, kinetic or explosive, which is lucky for me, so I have a little bit of a resist for them. But other than that, so it's completely standard, and it's holding up absolutely fine. I'm only in a 0.7 system, so go to 0.5 or low or null. You kind of want someone with you to take those rats out, but here, not a problem whatsoever. And as soon as I dock up, obviously I'll get my shield back for free as well. In case you guys don't know, if you do ever need to get your armor or structure back up, if you go to any player-owned structure, such as these ones here, you can repair for free. So if you do accidentally stay too long and you go into armor, you can always just repair your ship for free. You're not going to lose any money there. Let's get ourselves docked up. Now, I had no ore in this station before I started. Nowhere in Veldspar anyway, because I never really mind Veldspar. I only picked Veldspar because it's all over the place, and I know I'm not going to run out of ore halfway through doing this little test. Oh, this is wasting a bit of time, isn't it? Maybe I should make an insta-dock for these. Yeah, so everything in this station is going to be what I have mined. And like I say, it's near enough 2, nearly 2. If I stay like another minute, I'd have had 2 full loads of this thing. So yeah, half an hour to fill it. Very handy, not having to jump backwards and forwards. So we want to put that in there. That on top of that. And there we go. That's all the Veldspar I've managed to mine. So I'm just going to make a little note of that now. Social utilities, notepad. Sorry, my voice is going funny. I've run out of juice. Where's my notepad gone? There he is over there. Bring him over here. We'll add a new note for mining test. Probably spelled mining wrong. Looks a little bit weird. And we'll do retriever has, what was it? 545330. There we go, so that is the retriever done. So let's jump into our next ship. Okay, so here we are in ship number 2. It is the Procurer, and it is the smallest of all of the mining barges. I mean, to look at, this thing looks like a little tiny baby. It is tiny, it's diddy. And yeah, to go along with that, it has the smallest ore hold as well, at only 12,000 cubic meters. It mines hella fast, but with that tiny ore hold, you kind of need to be running this thing in a group with maybe an orca or a porpoise around so you can drop your ore inside it, or you're going to be spending an awful lot of time running it backwards and forwards to the station. You may also notice a little bit of a change in the time down there. Don't worry too much about that. I just had a few things to do. Everything else is exactly the same, just a bit of a time gap on my end. Other than that, there's not much else to say. Let's have a quick look around the fit I've managed to get on this thing. Again, this thing is aimed at pure mining. I've like negated everything, and obviously when it came to the end I had a few bits of CPU and power grid left. I just kind of chucked a few things in here. So in the highs we have again the strip miner 1s. We've got 2 of them. In the mids we have a survey scanner, we've got a micro warp drive, shield extender, and an invulnerability field. In the lows we have 2 mining laser upgrade 2s, we have a ancillary current router, and 2 mining drone mining augmenter 1s. That's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? Nothing in the cargo hold, we don't need anything. In the drone bay though, we do have the 5 augmented mining drones just as before, but we can also fit light drones in here. So I've gone for 5 hobgob 1s. This means we don't really need to run away too much from any NPCs. I can simply just maybe call 2 of these back, send 2 of them bad boys out, and take them out with minimal impact on my mining. Now this ship does not have much of a tank whatsoever. I mean, even with these like little tiny shield mods on here, we are still really not doing very well. So we don't really want to be fighting too much in this, but in our like 0.7 system, so we should be perfectly fine. So what we need to do now is undock and start nailing away at some rocks. Okay, so here we go, guys. We are at 2032, probably let's say 2033 by the time I actually start mining. I'm gonna have to pay a lot more attention to my ore hold as well as the actual ore left in the rocks, and I'll use me bookmarks a lot more as well. I do have all bookmarks and stuff open on my other screen, by the way, in case you're wondering where they are, because yeah, I'm going to be spending a lot of time walking backwards and forwards, so bookmarking the asteroids when I leave, so I can come straight back on top of them rather than having to slow down over to them, will save me a lot of time. Not really much else to say now. Yeah, let's just class that as, what is it, 20? Yeah, 2032. I need to move my boom out because it covers the time. Let's start mining away. We'll get the medium, we'll get the mining drones out. They can, which one at the least in? That one, wasn't it? They can, it's going to be close to that actually, yeah. They can plink away at that, and these 2 can start plinking away at this. So same as before, guys, I'm going to mine for an hour straight. I'm going to get as much mining as I can. I'm going to minimize as much downtime as possible. And yeah, we'll see exactly how much this ship earns, how much it mines, like M3-wise, in an hour. And that is the 15 minutes up. I did lose out on a few minutes at the end there. 15 minutes up? No, that's the hour up. Did miss out a little bit on the end there because the NPC and mining fleet decided to come into my belt. And at about 21:29, I ran out of ore. I was like, no! So I've tried to come here. But yeah, just I've got even got close enough to a Veldspar thing I'm having to go again. So maybe missed out 5 minutes at the most. Other than that, I was bang on with everything. Didn't miss a beat. I was absolutely awesome at everything, as usual. Pretty sure it was 33 I started, although I'm questioning myself now on the time. Yeah, pretty sure it was 33. If I'm wrong, I'll just have to do some quick calculations in the editing to see exactly how much I should have got. So let's stock up then and see how we stacked up against the Retriever. This thing, although it mined really quickly, and honest to God, I had to about every 10 minutes come back here to drop off ore compared to the Retriever, which I had to do like once and then at the end as well. So I seemed to fill up awfully quick, which just made it feel like this thing was mining, 2, 3, 4 times as fast, but just wasting that much time running backwards and forwards to stations. That's this one here. Oh, so it looks like it's going to be pretty close. We have the Retriever on this side still standing at 545,330, and then we have this one at 545,090. So to be honest, there's not a lot in these two. They are near enough identical. So let's just put that in there. This was it the Procurer? I always forget the flipping name. Which is this one? Procurer. Yeah, it is the Procurer. Procurer managed to get 545,090. To be honest, if I didn't run into that NPC mining fleet towards the end there and lose out on a good few minutes mining, like an extra cycle or two, they would have probably been identical. Maybe the Procurer a little bit ahead. But with the Retriever mining that much slower but being able to stay, and the Procurer mining that much faster but having to warp out all the time, these are like direct opposites, and as you can see, because of that, the numbers stack up pretty evenly. Now, the last one we have, which I'm just going to jump straight into now, is this one. And I forgot the name of this one as well. The Cove Attack. Yes, this is the Cove Attack, and pretty sure I've got this thing fitted, have I? Alright, so here it is. It's now correctly fitted, and I've cleaned it as well, so it looks absolutely awesome. So this is the, once again I forgot the name, this is the Cove Attack, and this one has nice bonuses to nothing but mining. Which is strange. I thought I had a bonus to shields. Should have a, let's have a look at the ore hold. Okay, it looks like I've got the Cove Attack and the Procurer mixed up. Okay, so the Procurer is the middle one that has okay mining and okay hold. This is the one that has brilliant mining and poor hold. And the Retriever's brilliant hold but poor mining. Oh my god, how did I get them mixed up? I don't know. How did I get them mixed up? Okay, so this is the one you want if you are in groups and stuff. This is the one which kind of benefits from being around other people and so taking advantage of orcas and stuff. And I'm so sorry, I got this one wrong. This is the one I would recommend to use if you were doing solo stuff, because it has the medium ore hold. It gets the medium kind of mining yield on it, and it can fit a half decent tank as well. I thought it was weird when I was saying the tank's not that good, but I've seen all these mids. Yes, that makes more sense now. I'm so sorry, guys. I am an absolute pro at getting things wrong. Okay, I keep saying I'm a pro. What I mean is just a pro at getting things wrong. Yeah, so that's going to look bad, isn't it? I'm tempted to redo the whole video. But no, we'll carry on. We'll struggle through. So now we have, I forgot the flipping name again. Oh my god, it's getting to me now. The Cove Attack. So now we have the Cove Attack. We're going to take this one out and do exactly the same. This one is going to be running backwards and forwards to station even more. I mean, as I said, the other one was running back about every 10 minutes. I had to come back here to drop stuff off. This, it's going to be like every 2 or 3 minutes. It's going to be an absolute nightmare. Right, so what I need to do now is just simply undock and yeah, go and find some more. Alright, so whilst we're making our way over there, let's have a quick look at the fit we've got on this thing here. Once again, we have the strip miner ones. We have 2 of them in the highs. We have the survey scanner, only 1 in there. We have 1, 2, 3 mining laser upgrade 2s. We have a overclocking unit, thermal screen reinforcer, and a mining drone augmenter 1. Unfortunately, couldn't quite get 2 in there with the CPU being really tight. And I'm not sure why I put a thermal screen reinforcer in there. Should have put like German overall shield boostery one, but I obviously didn't. Drones, again, we can have the 5 mining drones, and we can have the 5 hobs as well, so we can kind of defend ourselves, which it looks like we're going to have to do straight away here. So yeah, this is the ship that's meant to be max mining. I'm so sorry I got that wrong, guys. I really should have checked before I just jumped in. I literally just looked at them and went, oh yeah, that's the small one, that must be this. But obviously it wasn't. I didn't even think of checking the bonuses or anything. Let's take these out before we start, actually, to help ourselves out a little bit. There's 1. And there is 2. So we'll do exactly the same. Wait. Yeah, there is only 2. So we'll do exactly the same again. I'm going to go up to some Veldspar. We're going to be mining nothing but Veldspar. Again, please do not think that Veldspar is the best thing in the world to mine. It's not. It's just that it's all over the place, and I know I wouldn't run out over the 3 hours I would have been mining for. Because the last thing I want to do is say, right, let's mine this in every ship to find out that there's only like, what, I don't know, 5 or 6 asteroids of it in each belt, and I mine through it in like the first hour, in which case it's like, oh, okay, now I've got to mine something else, and it just throws all the numbers and stuff off. So yeah, Veldspar, not the best thing to be mining if you're looking for ISK, unless you like need Veldspar for something. Could be true. But yeah, that's just what I'm using as the example. So let's get ourselves a little bit closer here. I can actually use this as well, can't we? I'm not sure the differences between the 1 and the 2. I think it's just the range, isn't it? Yeah, it only has a range of 15. Oh, which is going to be an absolute nightmare because this is 16 away. Ah, damn it. What's the range on these? 19. Okay, so this has the more range on the strip miners. The other 2 can only reach out to 15 kilometers. This can reach out to 19. Hi, puppy. Go away. I'm busy. Yeah, these can reach out to 19, which is quite nice. And mining at 1311M3 every 121 seconds. I haven't got into all those kind of numbers because, yeah, we can sit here and do the maths all day. I just want to actually take the things out and show you what they can and can't do. So this will probably do about here, because bear in mind, I'm going to have to slowly go over there once we're done. In fact, I can't get the numbers on that one, can I? Oh, I can now. It's a little bit closer. Let's just do this again. We'll lock this one up. Oh, here we go, we've got loads now. So I can go to 19, which is quite cool. So I'm going to start this one first away with my actual mining lasers. We'll put the drones on that one. We'll mine with this one. Lovely. So what's the time now? We are on 21:44. I'm going to class that as 21:45 because we're probably good 30 seconds into that minute already. So let's go. Mining drones on that one. Mining lasers on this one. I'll see you in another hour, guys. And in fact, there we go, that is time. So we're going to call these drones back. Turn these 2 off. Pretty sure it was 45, this one. And that's it, job done. Now this one, oh my god, every 5 minutes I had to take this thing back. You'd literally get through maybe 2 or 3 asteroids, and then that was it, docking back up. I didn't even have time to scan half the time. I mean, I did quite well. I didn't actually overuse my lasers at all, which is quite nice, or at least not by much. I mean, when you're guessing, like, Joe, I need to 600 left in it, and you're like, that's roughly here, to do that kind of thing. But yeah, that went okay. It's just, you really don't want to solo in this thing. You would just spend a lot of your time clicking frantically, trying to keep on top of everything to get like 100% maximum mining out of everything. It's just an absolute nightmare. So yeah, this ship is definitely the one you need to be using in groups. The Cove Attack, not the Procurer like I thought. Like I said, I hadn't used these in a while. I just looked at them and went, okay, yeah, this looks fairly big. Or the Retriever anyway looks massive. This looks fairly big. This must be the middle one, and obviously the Coveter, or the Procurer is the tiny one. That must be the one that needs friends. But yeah, got it wrong. Can't believe I got that wrong, but I did. Right, so let's stock up and see exactly how we got on. Now I kind of already know how we got on, so obviously I've been dropping this stuff off and adding it up as we go. And I am a little bit surprised actually at the results. So let's just stock up here first. Okay, so here we are, all docked up. All the stacks have been put together, and you might be a little bit surprised as I am. As you can see, this one here is the Procurer, Retriever, and Cove Attack. I've written them all down here so you can actually see how close they actually are. The Retriever and the Procurer in particular is basically nothing in it, and the Cove Attack does come ahead a little tiny bit. I might have been able to get like maybe one more cycle if I didn't run into NPCs along the way. I ran into a fair few NPCs compared to when I was in the Procurer, but other than that, you know, they are pretty much damn identical, and that's surprising considering they all have different bonuses. Some have bigger ore holds, so they don't have to warp off constantly. I mean, like I said, this thing every 5 minutes. Honestly, God, we started at what, 21:45, and yeah, by 21:50 I was docked up and unloading. That's how quick this thing filled up, and the amount of time you waste going back to forwards. So I honestly thought that would be well behind, but no, it came out actually on top. So if you do want to put the extra time and effort in, then the Cove Attack will give you, at least if you have similar skills to me anyway, it will give you better results than the other two. The Retriever, really good actually if you're doing solo and you're only staying in high sec. That thing is immense. I'm not going to go into ganking and stuff because that's like a whole different story, but just for sheer mining and worry about NPCs, the Retriever, not a problem. I could literally have 2, maybe 3 NPCs there, and I could just still mine and fill my ore hold without worrying about getting exploded. If I was to actually swap 1, maybe 2 mining drones for hobgobs, then that thing would be absolutely immense. You'd lose a little bit more mining, but a little bit of safety there, isn't it? The Procurer, which is the middle ground one, it has like the middle ore hold and like the bonuses to shield and stuff. That has got a bit more survivability about it, definitely, and it can use the 5 mining drones and 5 light drones, which is nice. You don't need to worry about leaving anything behind to defend yourself. So that one I would still say is the best one to go for if you are going solo. Definitely, because as I say, this one doesn't really have much in terms of defenses other than hoping that they don't destroy your shield before you can fill yourself up. This one can defend itself quite well and you can put a decent tank on it. This one I'm really surprised at. This is definitely if you have friends. You need an orca or something around, like drop can mining or something for this thing, because how many times I had to go back to forwards is ridiculous. But it came out on top. And by the end there, I think the asteroid belt I was going to was about 28 AU as well, because I'd managed to mine out all the others. So the NPC fleet had managed to mine out all the others. So I wasn't exactly just going to really close. I was warping quite a distance, and it still come out on top. So yeah, take away from that what you will. Like I say, I don't have any implants or anything. I didn't have any friends. I literally just have quite decent skills in these ships, and I thought I'd take them all out for an hour. Maybe you use different techniques. Maybe you can get better results. Maybe you can get, my results up if you give me a little bit of advice in the comments. It's more than welcome and very much appreciated. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, then please leave a like down below, because if I get quite a few likes on this video, I will do another video very similar for the exhumers, because I already use this one, the Hulk, when we got in little fleets, but I could easily buy these two, the Skiff and the Mackinac, and we could do the exact same test with these. So yeah, if we get a good number of likes on this, then we'll move over to these ships and we'll get another video out. So yeah, other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you here very soon for another video. Try it again. I'll see you here very soon in another video. Bye bye. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button as well to get some more game guides, how-tos, let's plays and live streams from myself. I also think you should check out this video just up here, but if that one doesn't interest you, then try this one. Other than that, guys, take it easy and I'll see you soon.